I'd like to just take a moment to really talk about some of the issues that we see within our respective cities that we know impact our people in ways that we feel maximum impact can be of service.
So if you ask people, where do you find the highest percentages of disproportionality in discipline, people will be primed to say high school or middle school. But we're often finding that kids as young as in preschool and their initial transitions into formal schooling in kindergarten and first grade, these are kids that are actually being suspended at alarming records. So that's one of the more troubling issues that we're finding.
Right.
I consider that these symptoms that we're seeing, these perpetual, pervasive symptoms of high suspension rates, disproportional placement in special ed, low performance, low literacy, they're all sort of part of it's almost like when students of color enter pre-K or kindergarten, they're going through a door of no return.
Right.
And school is like a middle passage. And these statistics are constant.
So it's a natural alienation for us. And so we've got to, and that's where maximum impact comes in, deal with the cultural imperative.
We have to be very clear about what function does education serve. If education isn't serving the function where when the student who goes into that educational system is able to come out and then in turn deal with the issues within their community, then they're not being educated.
Right.
We're trying to train them to be something that they can't achieve.
In terms of the curriculum environment, as well as even some of the physical environments of the schools, are contributing to a sense of being disenfranchised, this sense of like, this environment, this educational environment is really not conducive or supportive of uplifting and promoting my education. So we see a lot of this acting out, resistance. It's almost a retaliation against an oppressive system that's, and I feel like design impact, which has a focus on, we could call it a culturally responsive approach, but it's also from a compassionate, empathetic approach, and a skilled approach of how to address some of these deeply rooted problems, so that the schools, the schools can be equitable for all students. They can be equitable learning environments for all students.
I like that, and just to add on, not only making it culturally responsive and sensitive, but also contextually relevant as well. Because we know that not every urban area is the same as other urban areas.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. And what I hear from a lot of that is that what's missing in terms of the outcomes then is, I guess for the purposes, a path toward power.
We can't come to the table with all of this traumatization
Right.
that we've experienced and experience on a daily basis in America without dealing with that in the school
We're
system.
talking about how structurally things are designed in a particular way that has, unfortunately, an adverse outcome for our
But
students.
we have to also acknowledge that we're up against a system that
Right.
has been designed from its inception to oppress us based on our skin color.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah. Public school reading scores are used to determine prison bed space.
Right.
And so there's an imperative right
Yeah,
there.
I would also propose that we can have a critical impact by having tentacles in a number of different areas. I mean, so we're talking about enhancing, self-awareness and self-love and racial socialization and things of that nature. But how do we also have an impact on the environments in which these kids are going into to help some of those skills to generalize, okay, beyond the work that but also how do we get to this conversation around self-awareness, not flooding around personal biases and microaggressions and things of that nature that plays itself out, but really having an honest conversation about maybe some inherent biases and things of that nature that you may have, and not being afraid to talk about race.
I'm Amon Shabazz.
I am Dr. Dwayne Thomas.
I'm Dr. Ram Bhagat.
I am King Salim Kalfani.
And
And we are Maximum Impact.